special place in hell for people who take advantage over the misery of others. That's why, Mr. President, I fully support this investigation to reform Philhealth and to prosecute those who are corrupt in the system and stealing the money of the poor.
Welcome to Philbrit Channel.
We now recognize the minority leader. You have 10 minutes and you have an additional 8 minutes from your company. No, I'm sorry, from your from the majority leader. So you may use it up if you want. Senator Dillon.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. And let me thank our good majority leader for allowing us a little more time to raise questions. For the past almost 3 hours, the questions revolve around specific anomalies, specific malpractices in the field health, which undoubtedly exist. But I would like to relate that to the macro, to the overall aspect of field health's existence. What I would like to know is, and anybody can answer this question, field health is basically an insurance system. And in an insurance system, you determine the actuarial life. May I ask the resource persons, anyone, what is the actuarial life of PhilHealth for fiscal year 2020, 2021, 2022? In other words, when can we be confident that we will have PhilHealth continuing to exist 10 years from now? We want to know what is the actuarial life of PhilHealth. And this worries us because the president of PhilHealth admitted that if PhilHealth will be running a fund deficit by the end of 2020 and will continue to have a shortfall until 2024. Now, is this correct, Dr. Morales? And given this, what is the actuarial life of PhilHealth? As this is an insurance scheme, and it is not helped by what we have heard so far. From the financial statements of the agency, it would appear that it suffered a net operating loss of almost 3.5 billion pesos last year. And for the first quarter alone of this year, the net operating loss is almost 2 billion for the first quarter alone. So I think it is a legitimate concern to ask, how long can we sustain this kind of operations without PhilHealth itself collapsing? Can anybody answer that?
Let's first listen to General Morales respond, and then
I was going
we
to
will follow
endorse
Ms.
our
Santiago.
actuary, SVP Neri Santiago, who is technically qualified to answer this question.
All right, so Ms. Nerissa Santiago, please.
Good morning, Your Honors. Good morning, Mr. President. Good morning, Senator Drilon. On the question on the actuarial life, before the pandemic occurred, the actuarial life is more than 10 years. However, because of the pandemic, there is a double impact on the program because of the decreased collections as well as the expected increase in benefit payouts because of the COVID, the pandemic. So basically, with our projections on the COVID payouts, the incoming contributions, both from the direct contributors, which are the employed sector and those who are able to pay, and the subsidy coming from the government for the indirect contributors, which remained the same um, compared to the previous years without any additional contribution to address the COVID. We are expecting by 2021 we will be on the red already. So it's only 1 year because of the pandemic in terms of actuarial life.
Yes, you have told us the history of the clock, but the question that I asked was, how long can we still, what is the actuarial life of Philhealth? Which is an insurance scheme, and it is given that in any insurance system, you plot out how long the system can last, given its present state of financial condition. Because my studies indicate that our President Morales admitted that PhilHealth will be running a fund deficit in 2020. Is that correct? And how much would this be?
It will be in 2021 that we will run into deficit, sir. The reserve fund will be there will be no more reserve fund by 2021. So deficit na po tayo in terms of collections and benefit payouts in 2020 because of the expected higher benefit payouts and the decreased collections. Deficit na po tayo kung compare natin yung contribution. Yes, sir. Kung compare natin contribution versus the benefit payouts, mas malaki na po yung benefit payouts natin this year. So,
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Can you just give me a simple answer?
Yes,
What
sir.
is the actuarial life of PhilHealth? This is an insurance scheme. And up to now, you have already said so many things, except the answer to my question. Given the present state of things, when do you expect, how long do you expect PhilHealth to stay afloat? Okay. The reason I'm saying that is, my studies indicate that in 2019, you will incur a net operating loss of almost 3.5 billion. And in the first quarter of this year, you already incurred a net operating loss of almost 2 billion. Now, so that's why I am concerned how long we can sustain PhilHealth's operations as an insurance scheme, given the losses that you have incurred.
By next year po, wala na po tayong reserve fund. So, 1 year lang po ang ating actuarial life.
So you're saying that the actuarial life of PhilHealth is only 1 year?
Yes, sir.
Are you saying that in 2022, there will be no more PhilHealth?
Yes, sir.
Mr. President, that proves me worrisome. If this, if PhilHealth official says by 2022, PhilHealth will go out of existence.
Yes, sir. The contribution coming from the indirect, which is the government subsidy, is still at 71 billion.
Yes.
Even this year and next year, considering that there is additional COVID payouts. So, yan lang po yung aming matatanggap from the government. And of course, the direct contributors, we are limited by the law in terms of contribution rate. And we expect decrease in terms of payers sa direct po. So
I'm extremely concerned, ma'am, that your statement that the actuarial life of PhilHealth is only up to 2022. So, may we know what you have in mind, you have in mind in order to save PhilHealth from collapsing in 2022?
What we can only, in terms of keeping it afloat, the government has the responsibility to keep it afloat. So we can only survive with additional contributions coming from the government.
Yes, you mean subsidy, not contribution, subsidy.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Contribution for the indirect, sir. Yes, sir. Subsidy.
My goodness gracious, contribution comes from the members. When you're asking for government assistance through the budget, you call that subsidy or assistance to GOCCs under the
Yes, sir.
budget.
Okay, sir.
Huh?
Yes,
So
sir.
how much contribution, how much assistance would be needed from the national government in terms of subsidy?
For 2020, we will be incurring a net operating loss of about 90 billion. And for 2020,
Again, can you please, if you don't mind, can you speak without your, yeah? Extremely difficult for us to understand.
okay, sir. For 2020, we expect a net operating loss of about 90 billion. Then, yes, sir.
Okay.
And
So for 2020, okay.
And for 2021, if the COVID pandemic persists until 2021 and no vaccine is discovered by 2021, we will incur about 147 billion in terms of operating loss. Yes, sir.
This is very serious. We would like really to hear what steps you are going to undertake, assuming that your projections are true. This is really a cause of concern for the entire country when you're saying that in 2021, unless additional subsidies are given in the national budget, the Philhealth system will in fact collapse. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
All right. I'm dumbfounded. I don't know what question to ask next because of what I hear. In any case, I would like one of the issues that cropped up recently.
I'd like to put on record, Mr. President, that I'm deeply saddened and frustrated, like so many people, on the supposed corruption that goes on in our government health insurance system. Ang mahihirap natin mga kababayan ay hindi minsan nakakaramdam ng inyong benepisyo ng Philhealth. Dahil kakonti lang ang nababayaran ng Philhealth at nagkakaroon pa ng malaking balanse sa kanilang billing at utang sa ospital. Ito po'y nangyayari hindi lamang sa Maynila, kundi sa mga bukid dito sa Mindanao at Visayas. Tapos naririnig pa namin dito na meron ilang sindikato na sa PhilHealth na kumikita ng bilyong-bilyong piso sa mga irregular at illegal schemes na ito. Ang masasabi ko lang, Mr. President, at masasabi ko lang ito, there is a special place in hell for people who take advantage over the misery of others. That's why, Mr. President, I fully support this investigation to reform PhilHealth and to prosecute those who are corrupt in the system and stealing the money of the poor. With that, Mr. President, I would like to, for the record, with the permission of my colleagues, give my time, my remaining minutes, to our dear Minority Floor Leader so that he may expound his line of questioning to PhilHealth. Maraming salamat po, Mr. President.
All right, thank you, Senator Zubiri. We are touched by the statement that you made, and I hope the people who are hit by that statement
Thanks for
will
watching
realize
this video.
and come up with the truth.
Yeah. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!